You are not gonna believe who is here. Freaking Shasta. Come sit center, Shasta. This is all for you, buddy. Tell the people what they want to hear. Tell them about your week. Oh, really? That crazy? I'll let him hang out here. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different, this isn't a sitcom. I would be one hell of an unlikable main character. This week's video is going to be a little bit, oh, he's laying down. I don't know what my hair is doing today, but it's like really curly in the front and I hate it. We'll roll with whatever this is. This week's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to talk about things that I remember from childhood that I think were messed up that you guys are going to enjoy while opening LPS. Consider this one of those videos where somebody's telling you something traumatic or entertaining from their life while Subway Surfers is on the screen, okay? Littlest Pet Shop, that's our Subway Surfers. And Shasta, too. You might see his nose occasionally. So yeah, we're gonna open these in Jabberjaw. Bye, Shasta. He got startled by the plastic. That's okay. Now, I was thinking in my head, what's the first thing I'm gonna tell them about? There's so many little things from my childhood that couldn't be a video on their own that I can compile and put into this one. And the first one that I've thought about is when my mom hit me with her shoe. My mom was in a bad mood because she was running late for work. She had plenty of time, but she thought she was gonna be late. Yet she was really hyperfixated on the litter box being cleaned. And even though it was 7 o'clock at night and I was starting school the next day, my first day of school, she wanted me to go out there and clean the litter box. Now, I don't have any qualms about that. I'll do anything to shut you up, even though the litter box has never been my job. If it's mine today, whatever, anything to get you to go away, go to work and leave me alone. Donkey with a little pail. So I quickly get the litter box and I take it outside and I turn on the hose and I'm over there and I'm spraying the litter box and I'm about to pour soap on it. Dawn dish soap, that's what we use. But my mom, she sees what I'm doing and she doesn't like it. She doesn't like the way I'm doing the task that she yelled at me to go do. She was too lazy to do it herself, but she's not too lazy to critique the way that I'm doing it. Let the sushi roll. That is a Drake and Josh joke. Please tell me you guys get it. Is this a bearded dragon? What the hell is this? Anyways, she comes out there and she walks up to me and she's hovering over me like, you're not even doing it right. If you're not gonna do it right, then don't even do it at all. And I'm like, how can you mess up spraying something with a hose and scrubbing it clean with soap? How do you screw that up? To this day, I don't know what about the way I was doing it made her mad. I was doing it how I've always done it, and it was never a problem before. I would put my thumb over the hose top and make my own pressure, and I would blast the litter box first, and then I dump the water out, and then I put the soap, and then I scrub it with a washcloth, and then I wash it, and then I spray it again with the hose, again, making my own pressure. That's all I do. And then I dry it off and I take it in and I put fresh litter in. Right? Those are the steps? Because that's how I do it today, and my roommate doesn't think that I'm dumb. So all I was doing was spraying it, and I was getting ready to pour the soap on, okay? I was at the soap step. What is this? A wildebeest or like a cow? I think it's a cow. And then I got this like lettuce leaf wrap thing that Littlefoot and his grandparents would probably eat. Every time I see morning dew outside, I think of Littlefoot's grandma telling him, wake up, Littlefoot, or you're gonna miss the morning dew. I need to rewatch Land Before Time. I tell my mom, I'm just cleaning it how I always do. What is your problem? If you're gonna complain, then just do it yourself. And that's when she gets mad and she grabs the hose and she yanks it from my hand. You know what happens when she yanks the hose of running water out of my hand? It gets on her. Yeah, it gets on her shoes and it gets on her pants. My mom flips her lid. Her lid flips all the way to the Amazon. That's how far. Yo, is this guy an owl? What is wrong with his neck? Can I fix that? Ooh, some of the quality is not excusable here. Probably can't tell, but this one's all scuffed up. Maybe I can find this one on Etsy. You know what happens when my mom sprays herself though? She blames me. Yeah, that's right. For a couple seconds, she's trying to hold in her rage as she starts cleaning it herself. She's running her mouth at me. I'm gonna be late now. You just got me wet. I'm gonna be late now. And I'm like, I did not get you wet. You sprayed yourself. You chose to get mad and yank the hose from me like a child. You sprayed yourself. Well, that made her really mad. So you know what? You know what she does? She takes off her sopping wet shoe. Well, she throws the hose down, gets more water sprayed everywhere, yells at me for that, and then pulls off her shoe, which is barely wet by the way, and brings it down on my thigh like this. My bare thigh. I had a shoe-shaped red mark on my thigh for over an hour. It was there long after she'd gone for work. But that's not where it ends, okay? I yell out loud because she just smacked me with her shoe on my thigh and it hurt. I'm not a little bitch or anything, but I'll be the first to admit when something hurts. I took it like a man. I stayed standing, I didn't flinch, but I did go, ow, what the but, you know, why would you hit me with your shoe? Because you're the reason I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be effing late because of this. I'm so sick of this. And, you know, and she keeps cussing, saying expletives. She called me the R word, except she didn't even say it right. She said R-tart instead of R-tard with a D, because she's not very bright. Oh, look at this cute little bird. My mom's all defensive, though. She doesn't want to hear it. It is my fault that she is gonna be late. It's my fault that she sprayed herself with the hose, because I control her limbs, apparently. I can bloodbend, apparently. You know, I can just look at her with my eyes and force her to do something, right? And 3, I made her mad, so it's my fault that she hit me with the shoe. I wouldn't hit you with the shoe if you hadn't made me mad, okay? When you Me? Is it gonna be my fault too? Well, she made me mad. It's my kid's fault. My kid made me so mad that I right in their face. But it's my kid's fault. They should have came at me sideways that day. But it gets worse. I'm defending myself because I think this is a bunch of crap. Like, you hit me, but you sprayed yourself. So I'm still on there. I'm like, you sprayed yourself. You sprayed yourself. I'm 14, okay? I'm not letting it go. Mom was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take your computer with me to work. And I immediately am like, what? No, because my laptop to me is like an iPad to a 3-year-old, right? To a Gen Alpha baby. That's what my computer is to me. It's like an iPad. It's sacred, okay? My whole social life is on that. I don't go hang out with friends. I open my laptop and I chat with them on there. Now, they were all shit, but that's not the point. I was actively getting groomed on there by a 17-year-old named Kelly, but that's a story for another time. Yeah, she was 17, almost 18. I was 13 when I met her and then turned 14. My characters are all 12 and 13 because that's the age I'm in, and she would make characters as a 17, 18-year-old that were 12 that would be graping mine. Anyway, this is a story for another time. At the time, though, I want to get actively broomed, if you know what I mean. I don't know if I can say it with the G. So I'm upset. I'm like, no, don't take my computer. Yeah, I'm going to take it because you won't listen to me. If you're going to ruin my night, I'm going to ruin your last day of summer. I'm going to take the computer with me to work. And she did. She put my computer in her car and took it with her to work. And all I could do was watch Nickelodeon that night. Oh, look, we finished the first row. My brother once put me in a dog crate and flipped me around in it for like 10 or 15 minutes. It felt like half an hour, but it was probably like 10 or 15 minutes. Now, I willingly got in because I like tight spaces and I like to hang out in the dog crate with my dog because it was fun. Okay, I'm a little autistic kid, but I didn't think he was gonna lock the door and start spinning me around in it. Now, he was in charge of me because my parents were, I don't know, canoodling somewhere, spending money we didn't have. Oh, is this the little fox? I love it. And it was fun at first, I'll be honest, getting rolled around in it. It was fun at first until it started to hurt. So I started to complain, but instead of stopping, he continued. And then when he finally did stop, instead of letting me out, he leaves it locked. And I'm like 7 or 8, so I don't know how to unlock it. It wasn't that hard, but I'm dumb. I'm sitting in the crate crying, and he goes in the other room and starts watching SpongeBob. Now, he's 13 years old. I feel like that's old enough to know that you shouldn't put your 8-year-old baby sister in a dog crate, roll her around for a bit, and then leave her in the corner. But you know, I can't blame him too bad because he was the scapegoat child and I was the golden child until the scapegoat child went to college, and then I became the main target, and then I was like, oh Jesus, this is how he felt. Still, I didn't deserve that. Look at this guy. He's so derpy. You exist in the context of all in which this coconut lives and in all of the coconuts that existed before it. Also, all these LPSs come with little trading cards and something for Roblox. Oh, I'm excited about this one. Pausing the stories. This is like my favorite one out of the whole box that I'm so excited to open. I got a good one. I got a good one. She's so cute. She's gonna go with my other husky that's up there. They're gonna be friends. I used to get bullied a lot at school. Yeah, big surprise. Yeah, I was a little weird, quiet kid. That's what made me weird. I was quiet and wouldn't talk. That's all they need. Sometimes they don't even need a reason. I'm sure if I did talk, they would have found a reason still. Because I probably would have said weird stuff. Oh, look, it's a monkey. How cute. Anyways, there was this one kid in first grade that just did not like me. Now, I think he's neurodivergent too. And we're friends on Facebook now, and he seems really nice. We'll call him Spencer. Yeah, Spencer would randomly come into the classroom and just shove all my papers off my desk for no reason. Or he would spread rumors about me. But the worst bully that I ever experienced was Aaron. Aaron pushed me down outside of band class. I don't know why this girl never liked me. You know how some people are just mean to you and you never gave them a reason? You've never even talked to them? They just don't like you, and they'll tell you. This girl would straight up be like, yeah, I'm not really Jess's friends. We're not really enemies. I guess we're frenemies, but I don't really like Jess. They're okay, but then would be super mean. This kind of looks like a little baby scamp from Lady and the Tramp 2. The first time that Aaron was mean to me, I didn't give Aaron a fake name. That's okay. Aaron doesn't deserve it because Aaron came on one of my TikToks talking about bullies from high school and said something mean. As a 23-year-old, they bullied me. These ladies don't change, okay? They stay mean, okay? They stay angry. They stay hateful. So Aaron, we were playing Foursquare. Do you remember Foursquare, okay? Where you all have your own square and you hit the ball into whatever. Basically, each person has their own square, and when the ball comes in your square, you have to hit it into someone else's, but you can't hit it on the lines. And if it hits your square and bounces out, then you're out. Well, I had been in there for quite a bit, and I was happy. I was geeked, because I usually get eliminated right away, but I was still in it. I was almost at the point where I would have been in the fourth square, which is the captain, the one that gets to start the game and throw the ball first, or call the special things like glass, which would mean instead of throwing the ball down, you would throw it at someone to catch because it's glass, so you can't break it. That's the only one that I remember. I think there was fireworks and something else. I don't remember what fireworks was. Never got to that point, but I was so excited because I was almost the captain when out of nowhere, Erin comes up and she goes up to the girl that is the captain, the next square that I'm going to overtake once they get out. And I hear her whisper, "Get Jess out." Now, at first I second guessed myself like, nah, I'm just hearing things. But then the captain does that unfair thing where they bounce it at the far corner of the square where you don't have time to get it, and they bounce it so low and so close to the corner that there's no chance for you to save it. There's nothing you can do. Usually before we would even start playing, people would be like, no corner throwing, no corner bounces, because it's unfair. But she legit corner bounced it to get me out, and all the kids who are so excited for their chance to get to the captain, of course they want me out, so they don't care that that was unfair. So I get pushed out of it, and then Aaron jumps right in, and I immediately know, like, there's no point in getting in because Aaron's just gonna target me the whole time. So I just had to walk away and go play by myself or with whoever. I never joined the Foursquare again after that because Aaron was always there and I just knew it'd be the same thing. So yeah, she really did chase me away from it. In that same year though, Aaron was also in band for a bit and she targeted me at band too. I remember one of the band boys farted and they were like, whoa, who farted? And Aaron points back to me, and then the two band boys, being stupid, one of them goes, oh, who did that? It stinks in here. And that's when Aaron points back to me, who is like across the room, so it couldn't have been me anyway. And that's when the boys are like, knowing that they were the ones that did it, that one of them did it, they're like, oh yeah, Jessica stinks. It was Jessica. And then everybody looks back at me and looks all disgusted, thinking that I'm just back there shitting myself. What? This one's a little bunny. Another axolotl. I have so many axolotls. I have like 3 of them now. My dad would spank me with his belt as a toddler before I'm even conscious that I'm alive yet. Before my brain can even make and keep long-term memory, I would get beat with the belt. The first time I remember getting spanked unfairly in general, I was 3 or 4 years old. And I know I was 3 or 4 because I was wearing a dress that I was wearing in my 3 or 4 year pictures. We were at a baseball game and my parents were watching my brother play, and I wanted to go play on the playground, which honestly was like a football field away from where they were all playing baseball. So my parents were pretty negligent to let me at 3 or 4. I think I was 4. I just don't want to believe that I was 3, but I could have been, because that's when we first got this dress that I was wearing. But they let me go play on the playground a whole football field away. So I go and play on this playground, and I'm over there alone, and I'm playing on it for a while, and I really love the slide. So I keep going all the way to the top, and then I'll go down the slide, and then I'll go back up, and I'll go down the slide. Well, as I'm going back up, I realize I need to use the restroom. I gotta pee, and bad. I go to turn down and go down the stairs and go immediately to the bathroom, but then I'm thinking, as a little kid brain, the slide will be much faster. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take the slide down, and then I'll go to the bathroom. So I'll have a little bit more fun, and then I'll go pee. I end up peeing on the slide. I lose control of my bladder as I'm going down the slide. You guys probably saw that coming, but as I'm actively peeing down the slide, 2 things go through my brain. The first one is, oh, I'm peeing. The second one is, my parents are gonna beat my... Even at the age of 3 or 4, I knew I couldn't make mistakes. Not even mistakes that are relative to my age. It's normal for a 3 or 4-year-old to have a potty accident. Okay, I just got potty trained at this point, okay? But I'm scared to make that mistake. Why? Because I must have had an accident before and got in trouble for it. So even though I don't remember those, I subconsciously do. This is the first memory I have of being hit. So subconsciously, I know that making this kind of mistake is wrong, but I can't remember why. I remember knowing that I was gonna get spanked though. I remember knowing what it was. I remember knowing what was coming. But I don't have any earlier memories of it happening, but it must have, or I wouldn't have been deathly afraid of peeing. I was so scared to walk up to my parents. I thought about letting it dry, but I'm like, they're gonna know when my mom changes me when we get home. They're gonna smell it. So I know I have to go tell them. It's a fish. Okay, I'm here with Teddy. It's a week later. We're gonna finish the rest of the story. My studio space was interrupted. So again, this is my first memory I have of me getting spanked, but I'm afraid to make this mistake of having an accident. Even though I'm 4 years old and it's completely developmentally appropriate for me to have an accident, I'm afraid to make that mistake. Why? Because I must have been beat before, and I subconsciously know that. Hi, Teddy. He's making this so much better at the end here. I'm at the bottom of the slide now. I've made the mistake. Okay, I can't put the pee back in my body. So I'm walking over to my parents and I'm thinking, okay, do I tell the truth or do I not? I choose to tell the truth because I know they're gonna find out anyway. Because I smell like pee, I'm covered in pee, I am pee. So I just tell them, hey, I had an accident when I was playing on the playground. And my mom immediately goes, are you kidding me? You know to go to the bathroom when you need to. Where did you pee? And I said, down the slide. And she goes, are you kidding me? Not every kid that goes down there's gonna be covered in your pee. I was the only kid on the playground. There was no one else over there, probably because everybody else's parents weren't gonna let them play like out of sight like mine did. Oh, look, there's a guy. Look. There's just randomly a man. Why is a man there? Why would a man be there? Even Teddy's watching him like, why would a man be there? My mom's like, are you kidding me? Now everybody that goes down that slide is gonna slide over your pee. There were no other kids over there, so that wasn't gonna happen. But it's like, okay, I had the accident. I made a mistake, and I'm coming to you and being honest at 4. Why are you punishing me for that? Because guess who's not gonna come to you again when I have an accident? Me. My dad's really mad too. They're both like, why didn't you just go to the bathroom? I don't even get the chance to explain why I went down the slide when I had to go. Because I'm like, well, I thought I would get to the bathroom quicker if I went down the slide. If I turn around and go down the stairs or the ladder or whatever, it's gonna take me longer. I didn't know about like momentum and what that was gonna do. Well, we get home and I've been made to stay in my pee. So my mom didn't go change me or get new clothes or take me immediately home. I had to sit next to them in my urine for the rest of the game as a punishment. And then on the way home, the whole time on the way home, they were just going on about how, wait till we get home. You're gonna get it. Just wait till we get home. And I did get it when we got home. My dad gave me the belt. 4 years old. I'm not even in pre-K yet. And my dad gave me the belt for having an accident. Yeah. And Teddy, you think your mom sucks, abandoning you out here before you can even fend for yourself. At least I'm assuming that's what his parents did. He's a stray that I take care of. I don't know where he came from, but he's my teddy bear now. I'm not gonna fling my phone up there because that's concrete, so it's gonna break and die. So I'm gonna do my outro right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. Until next week though, bye. Okay, no cracks.